this, and you're feeling pretty comfortable throwing that tin behind your neck. Now what I would like to do is I'd like to go a different direction, and I'd like to teach you how to roll the tin. First thing you need to know about rolling the tin is that you want to maintain lots of control with the tin. You don't want to do you don't want it to be reckless and forced. You want it to be smooth and graceful. So the way to get a nice, smooth, graceful roll with the tin is to place backspin on the tin. And if you remember in the last segment, when we threw the tin, we put some spin on the tin by letting it kind of launch off of our fingers. It would roll off the palm of our hand and launch off the fingers so that it would be set spinning. It's the exact same move. You just do it upside down with your wrist facing up rather than down. So it's the same motion. It's coming off your fingers and you're just rolling it. You're just launching it this way rather than this way. And you'll get this back spin on the tin. And once you got that, once you can feel that, you'll be able to get a nice tin roll, and you'll get you want it to be slow and controlled. You don't want the tin to come too fast. If your arm is at an angle and it comes rolling down, hit yourself in the face, it might fly behind your shoulder, land in the glassware. You want it to be controlled. You want it to just roll the length of your arm. So after you get the backspin on there, you want to use your hand as sort of a running ramp to build momentum with the tin. So you apply the backspin, and then if you can position your hand and your arm about like this, your hand will act as a ramp for the tin to roll down and gain momentum and speed to move up your arm. And that way, you get a nice, gentle, delicate roll, and you don't have to get your arm at a dramatic. You don't have to get your arm at a dramatic incline in order to achieve that roll. Those dramatic inclines, they rob you of control, and they create a large margin for error, which in our job isn't a roll. Okay, so get the backspin on that tin. If you can get that tin to spin backwards and get your hand underneath it, you're going to get a nice roll all the way up your arm. And you're feeling pretty. So backspin, backspin. See that? Make sure that your hand is making a ramp so that when the tin lands, it has a launch pad for momentum. Now basically what you're doing is contact juggling. And one thing in contact juggling that you want to keep in mind is that the tin isn't just rolling on your arm. Obviously it looks that way, but whenever you're doing one of these rolling tricks, you have to provide a mild amount of resistance to the object that is rolling on. So after I apply the backspin and it's rolling down my arm, I kind of am gently pushing against the tin to make sure that I'm getting this extra contact with my arm and the tin. It ensures that you're going to get a nice, slow, controlled roll that looks graceful and looks like you did it on purpose rather than. So you want to avoid that. The thing you're looking for is nice, slow, and controlled. So get outside, get this roll down, and get it mastered. We're going to do a lot of cool things with it later on in the series and later on in the next video. And you're really going to want to have it mastered so that you can move into those more advanced tricks where we're incorporating the rolling of the tin down our arm.